Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out, I was over in Spain. But now I am back in Britain. And the reason for that is I have finally decided to upgrade my ETS2 install. So I now have the Grease DLC with version 1.53 is it, of ETS2, and the latest ProMods version, which took a couple of weeks or a week or so for them to sort out. So I've gone ahead and updated everything, sorted out a couple of mods, actually removed a couple of mods as well, so that things might run a little smoother and it is just a little bit less of a load on my RAM. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a journey, a reservoir tank from London over to... Right, so that's Germany, so that would be pronounced Duisburg, or something very similar to that, although it is near the Netherlands border, so would that then be pronounced Duisburg? So slight accent change, a slight language change, and the pronunciation is a little bit different. I'm going to pronounce it the German way, which I believe is Duisburg. So that is going to be today's journey. I think I can do the entire journey in one run. So that will be the entire episode, and whilst I'm on that journey I will probably be talking a little bit about some of my older videos, because I have been going through some of them, particularly the ETS2 ones, and honestly I have some criticisms of my own content creation, and I'll probably talk a little bit about that and growth and how I've grown into the channel, grown into my voice for the channel and things like that. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. And I am going to be running my new lorry. Hopefully, as you can see in the background, hopefully it does not cause any problems. I have put some fixes in for it. I think the realistic physics mod may not be working quite right with it, but I haven't tried. So I'm going to give it a go and then see what I have to do. I may need to create a supplementary mod for it, which just changes some of the data.sii files. Make sure you stay tuned, as I said, and let's get started. We'll grab what we need to grab, which is going to be this one here. Let's have a look at what's... Okay, well, I do not have much in the way of options. A bright red one is quite good. What I'm trying to avoid is anything that has a rear steering axle. As I've mentioned before, something I am not particularly keen on. What is the difference between all of these? I'll just go for that one. I really do not see the difference. We'll lower the suspension at the back, and let's go ahead and take a peek out, make sure everything's all right, and turn the entire lorry, or turn my entire cab around. And yes, I am just as surprised as all of you that I've managed to even do that. Right, can I lift this suspension up a bit? There we go. I've been looking at some lorries in the real world, and I've noticed that a lot of lorries, or not a lot, but quite a few lorries now, have this suspension lifted in such a way that the trailer is tilted backwards just a little. So what I'm going to do is just get a potential screenshot here of... You can really hear the engine here. There we go. that could be where we take a screenshot. In fact, that looks almost perfect just to start with. All I need to do is bring that focusing plane a little further back. And that is almost perfect. So yes, if that's almost perfect, I'm going to take it. Right, let's get ourselves underway and let's start today's discussion. I'll close the window, but not entirely. There we are. We are clear. I'll open the other window, but I have no idea what the button is for that. I've set some buttons up. I have no idea what the button is for that window. Or, correction, I know what the button is to open that window. I don't know what the button is to close that window. So I'm not going to open it and then start fiddling with buttons to try and figure out what I need to do to close this. One of the mods that I have added should improve traffic flow, which is going to be important, I think. I wonder if I can start in second here. With 11 tons, it should be fairly possible. It is. There we go. Right, so yes, old videos and criticisms of old videos. So I've been going through some of my back catalogue, some of which is, of course, unavailable. Either videos I did not like or removed or whatever it was, for whatever reason there might have been at the time. But one of the things that I've noticed about those old videos was voice and how I sort of tried to project my voice and try to do things. So say things in certain ways, do things in certain ways, and project my voice in a certain fashion. I was never very good at projection of voice. Talking, fine, I can do that. Small talk perhaps not so much, but give me a topic and I can discuss it. But projecting a voice through a microphone to an invisible person sitting on the other side of a computer was something I really could never do. And I still think that I cannot do it all too well. I think that there's quite a few things that I do not do too greatly. Can I go from second to fourth? I can. And looking at those old videos, few things that I really did notice, namely with the accent. So it is a similar accent to what you hear right now. In fact, pretty similar, just with a few different inflections at times. Inflections that perhaps I've changed over time or gone back to a more natural state when it comes to those inflections. The letter I, for example, I've experimented with where to place that in my mouth for it to sound the best for quite some time, actually. That has been something I've done for quite a while. And the way I used to do it, at least when I started YouTube, the way I used to do it was I would put it very forward in my mouth. In fact, everything that I said was very forward in the mouth. Up here, forward and front. I said everything like this. That is how I would say things, because, well, there were a couple of reasons for it. First off, that was the only way I really knew how to project a voice going forward. And the microphone I had was not great. I'd always be a little bit further away from the microphone, and I needed to really push my voice forward. So to push my voice forward, I would literally push my face forward, which is a really, really strange thing to do. Do not believe it's this turning because I want to go that way, so it's going to be not this one, but the next one. That is the one. Prohibited vehicles, follow that for the M20. Surely I would be a prohibited vehicle. No, I wouldn't. So yes, I would really project in an odd fashion. Very, very forward. And it was, when I look back at it now, I do think to myself, gosh, the accent, the inflection sounds absolutely horrible at points. Not all the time, of course. I naturally have a fairly high-pitched voice, so that was something I used to make a good use of. I've managed to lower my pitch a little for YouTube over time, but if I really wanted to, I could talk in a high-pitched voice. And one thing I've done is slowed myself down a lot. I remember some early comments used to tell me, you need to slow down. We're enjoying what you're saying, but you're saying it too quickly. All right, that's fair. Let me just get myself up to speed as we head towards the channel. Although I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going from here. I think it's this turning, and this turning is always an awkward one. This turning is really, really awkward. There we go, and we are going straight across the roundabout. Okay, well, you've done me a favour. Definitely done me a favour, but not the best of moves, I must admit. So yes, it was very, very forward, very I'd say in your face, but very nasal, because it was so forward in my mouth, and I was pushing my voice so far forward. It would end up here and really forward here. So I'd talk a little bit like this, although that sounds a little bit more nasal than perhaps it actually was, but still. And over time, I've brought that back. I'd also copy the accents of people around me. So people who are around me at university, various different lecturers who, a number of them were foreign. So I'd pick up little bits of their accents and try to use them to try and create a channel where it never seemed, everything seemed very neutral. And I realised that as time went on, I started realising maybe that isn't the greatest of ideas. So I had to retrain to try to be neutral, but in a different fashion. To try and be neutral, but retain the normal, usual accent, with whatever inflections I wanted to do. Now, I could swap my accent out at will, but it wouldn't be the greatest thing to do all the time. Seriously? Why would you do that? So yes, things have changed over the past few years. I've been using this style, a far more natural style of speaking, a far more, I suppose, relaxed style, a refined, stoic style. Something I prefer, something that comes a little better to me, a little bit more easily to me. So I've been using that for the past 4 years or so, 5 years actually. Oh, a little bit of stutter in this area. That's new. I do not remember the stutter in this area previously. And I think that this is it is a lot better. Of course, I have tuned out. Wow, that truck has just gone over these bumps as if they were nothing. Oh, they are definitely something. There we go. Can I take that lane? It says freight, so I assume I can. And then it says stop. Ooh, that's a Volkswagen trailer. No, it says stop. I think I just have to keep going. Because there's nothing there that has a marking where I have to press enter or anything like that. But there is over there. So I'll go through this and see what I can do. And yes, one of the, as I mentioned before, one of the letters that I changed around and played with a lot, actually, was the letter I. It started off very forward, I, which is a bit more royal, should I say? I'm not sure. I think the Queen used to say I. There you go. But so I always found that a little bit too forward in my mouth. I was more used to an I that was further back. And then I swapped. I tried a different style of the letter, and I tried the I in a different way, and I think I pulled it too far back into the back of my throat, so it became I right back there, which actually sounded more which actually ended up sounding far more West Country. I pulled it back all the way over here, right? So I was speaking like this. I was speaking like this for a while. Not quite with that accent, but I'm not even doing the accent properly. And then I sort of decided, you know what? I'm going to put it into a happy medium where actually sometimes I use I, sometimes I use it a little bit. I change it a little and use I. So I do mess around with it, just a little, which is what we do. But I was always so. I think at the start I was so focused on actually. I was so focused on actually trying to speak in a specific manner that I completely, looking back on those videos, I find that I completely messed up a lot of what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it, and instead was so focused on trying to say it that it just would not come out the way I wanted it to. And back then, the sheer number of takes that I used to do on a video was quite substantial, actually. Just the sheer number of takes on these videos was a substantial number. It wasn't just many of the videos that you see from 2014 through 16. The retarder on this is really good. From 14 through 16, or even 14 through 18, is a lot of those videos were not first take videos. Euro Truck Simulator 2 ones were, but a lot of like the Transport Fever, Train Fever videos, a lot of bits were redone. Every 3 or 4 episodes had to be reshot. The Assetto Corsa videos were almost always reshot, 2 or 3 attempts on each. The Flight Simulator videos definitely were reshot very often. So it was pretty difficult, because I was never happy with the way the audio came out, with the way I said certain things, with the way I played the title, with the content that I had created. I never saw it as something positive or even useful many a time. So I just redo it over and over and over. And that was really difficult. One of the reasons it was so difficult was because I would, when I would redo it, it would take, so for example, let's say I redid a 30-minute video, and that's why a lot of those old videos, they used to be shorter, and now I make longer videos, because I'd redo a 30-minute video. Yes, I'd redo a 30-minute video, and I might have to redo it twice. So that's 1.5 hours of recording, which is just not viable. It really, really was not viable. I think we're all right. There we go. This window being open just a little bit is a lot nicer, and I think that's the first time I've seen someone pull out from a slip road. Yes, look, there are so many more vehicles. That is unusual. So yes, I used to very often redo a lot of the videos. Again, not the majority, but certainly not a small amount. Oh, you are very... Oh, and you're gone. Alrighty. Serves you right. You have been poofed out of existence. Goodbye. And so yes, that was the thing. Now, to this day, every video, or almost every video I make, I look at it and I think to myself, that isn't that great. But I go for it anyway. May have just damaged my engine there slightly. What does that say? Non-customs. Fine, let's go this way. I think usually I go the other way. So I'm going to go this way and see if this... Wait, this is different. What has happened here? Have I got this right? Am I in the right spot? I think maybe I should have gone the other way as I normally go. Never mind. Never mind. I may have just gone into the car park or lorry park, truck park. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Right, where on earth am I? Yes, I should have been out there. Border facilities. No, I just want to go straight. I want to get out of here. Is that another one? Yes. Okay. I've gone into an area I've never been before, and here now I have to pay for something. What am I paying for exactly? No idea. So yes, even to this day, I do look at some of the videos that I made and some of the videos that I still make, and think I'm not particularly keen on a great number of them. There might be little moments that I'll say, oh yeah, this bit is alright, or that bit is alright. But in general, I think I am very critical of myself and my videos. Which way am I going? Which way am I going? I think it's this way. There we go. Yes, I am in general pretty critical of my videos. Which is perhaps a good and bad thing. I'm not entirely certain. But certainly my old videos I've been extremely critical of as of late, just looking back and thinking, right, this was all a bit messy. I say a bit messy, this was all very messy. I think that is me having blabbered on long enough about my own disappointments. And certainly, actually I could probably continue for a short period of time, but certainly there is more I could probably say about the accent and how I did things and what I would do a little bit better. When I actually wanted to start, obviously I started this channel with two colleagues in 2014, and I still remember making that very first video. It took how many takes did it take? If I remember correctly, it took 6 takes to make that first video. Yes, I think it took 6 takes to make that video. And then even at the end of it, we were not very happy with it overall. So yes, there was that. But we decided to release it anyway, just to see what's happened. I think a lot of those videos I might take down from the channel, the older videos. Some of them are very much no longer relevant as well, so there is that. Especially some of the old mod ones. The Assetto Corsa mod ones, for example, not relevant anymore because those mods no longer exist. Or in some of the cases I did take a couple of videos down because I found out that the mod that I was trying was actually like an illegal rip, or downloaded or converted illegally without owner's permission from different places, different other sources. So I had to take those videos down. I've checked out some of the older mods. As I just said, they just do not exist. So yeah, they are gone. How long have I got left on this journey? Surely not too long. It doesn't tell me anywhere, does it? Oh, that's my horn. Do not press that. Oh, might need to press that. Please merge. Right, this is a good test of traffic merging. That was so much better. Cars didn't brake or slow down, they just found a gap and in they merge. I've just looked at the one behind me as well in the mirror. That is pretty good. That's the horn, I didn't mean to press that. That's my display. That is the one I wanted. Doesn't quite tell me. Alright, that's fine. We'll just deal with it. Yes, I think the physics on this truck are not quite there. I need to put the realistic physics mod in to try and get it to work properly. That was pretty good merging. I just saw from that vehicle. That was fairly impressive. Now I know that the sat-nav is telling me to move over, but I'm alright in the middle lane for now. And I'll move over as soon as I think it is a good idea, which is I'd say here, but I'm still, as you can see, even at 55 miles per hour, overtaking. So there's no point me moving over until I've done this. Maybe in front of this lorry. In fact, I think I have to move over in front of this lorry. Which has actually worked out pretty well for me. I believe this is the route I wanted. It's a little difficult to see, but I think it was this one. Yes, it is. Is this new road for me? Might be new road. This might be new road for me. Excellent. Always great to explore some new roads in ETS2 because, well, there are so many roads, especially with ProMods. No, this is not a new road for me. Never mind. I've clearly been on this road before. Oh dear. But yes, one of the things that I did find on my old videos was the fact that I've looked at some other YouTubers, other content creators who 4 years ago you would have heard roughly the same thing as you hear today. I had a better mixer at the time. The microphone was working a lot better. I was settling into the voice. And before that, actually, if you go back maybe 6-7 years, it would have been similar, but I would have spoken a lot faster, probably about this, roughly about this speed, which is a little bit faster than I speak right now, which is yes, probably not the best of things to do. I had a lot to say and I was trying to get a lot of things in a very short period of time, which was quite difficult, but I've learnt very much not to do that. So, apart from that and perhaps the letter I, everything else would have been pretty much as you hear today. Yes, it would have been pretty much as you hear today. But if you go back 8 years, or even 10 years, certainly 10 years, things were very different in terms of speaking. The accent in general was still there. The accent in general was definitely still there. Of course, I haven't changed my accent, just slight inflections, and reverted back to an accent, as opposed to, just... okay, where am I going? Hang on. Yes, reverted back to an accent as opposed to just trying to mix various different words together, or different accents, trying to be as neutral as possible. Here comes the rain. Maybe at this point I should close the window. Get to hear just an internal noise now of the engine, which is also really cool. This lane, I probably should have taken the inside lane, but this will be all right. This cabin is a lot quieter than. That was very close as well. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. I genuinely think it is this lane, but I'm very confused as to where. This is all new. This is definitely new. Bit dodgy, but yes, definitely new. So yes, just a little bit of a ramble on what I used to do, how I used to speak, and how I've grown into the YouTuber voice. As I said, certainly I can raise my pitch up just a little bit more, back to what it used to be, and it really isn't much of a difficulty for me because I can speak up this high without any problems. But I like bringing it down just that little bit, just a couple of semitones down, one tone down, and it just seems a little bit better. And of course, when I need to show surprise or anything like that, I do indeed still reach up into those higher pitches. So there is that. How long do I have on this journey? Probably still a long time. There you go. For example, going back into the higher pitches right there. Just something that I do, I'm used to doing. It isn't a problem for me. Take that lane. There we go. So just a little ramble and story about my voice. And of course, a number of you have probably, if you've been with the channel for a long time, you may have noted that my voice every now and then does struggle, does have difficulty. That is just something my voice has done for a long time. Also, another reason why I was always very particular about, or tried very hard to make my voice sound the way it did. I assume I'm going straight here. This is a little bit No, it isn't. Okay, this... I might end up doing something very wrong here. Nope, it's fine. I think the lane change was correct. But... well, almost. I would have ended up going across 2 lanes. Which would have been a problem. I do want to get back across, but that car is coming up pretty quickly. Okay, the car is actually letting me go across. That was a lorry driver's way of saying thank you. Very gentle drive today. I am going straight. I've just seen the sign for... was it Duisburg? Should probably accelerate just a touch. Let's get ourselves back up to some speed. There we go. This vehicle does pull very nicely. 43 kilometers. Good. I could have split this video into 2. Welcome to Germany. Nice bridge. Maybe I should take a picture. I always take pictures on bridges. Always do end up taking pictures on bridges. I think I've just swayed out of lane. No, I'm all right. There we go. It's not the greatest of pictures, but again, if I want another. If I want another option for my thumbnail, I have one. Right, where am I going? Where am I going from here? This is where I'm going to have to be very careful, because I'm just looking at what the road is doing and trying to figure out what is it telling me to do. Because that looks quite complicated. Why is it telling me to do that? Or is it just a roundabout? It wants me to double back on myself, that's for sure. How strange. There's no way across that way. That is weird. That is really weird. Mind you, actually, I suppose, not so strange. Because you can just turn it around here. Handbrakes on these lorries are strong. Really strong. Do you think it would hold even 30 or 40 tons and it would hold it? Am I going the right way? Is this correct? Am I allowed to do... Is this legal? I have absolutely no idea. Well, actually, I'll pull into this lane just to get out of the way. But I have no idea whether or not that was actually legal for a lorry. And then I need to go this way. Is it 30 here? No, 37. Okay, so it's 40. Or thereabouts. It's weird because this is a cloverleaf junction with a clover leaf missing. It's a 3-leaf clover. Did that bus just move aside to ensure the lorry could get in that spot? If so, that's pretty good. Although I am going to now do the same. Why is it stuttering? That is really strange. I'm not turning off here. That isn't right. It's the roundabout I'm turning off at. Where am I and what is that? Now I know where I am. I'm in Duisburg. But what is that? Is that a new bridge being built or... Oh yes, it is. New bridge is being built. Right. This is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. Trying to get around a roundabout, and we know what the roundabouts are like in this title. Wait, what? There's a tram going across the roundabout. Of course there is. No, yep, you wanted to go across. That's not how it works, but... Alright. This is nice. This is very nice. Can you use that middle lane? It appears so. Well, I probably cannot. But it does appear that middle lane is in use. Very old wrought iron cantilever bridge. Followed by... There's a lot of bridges in this area. There are a lot of bridges in this area. Just docks. Massive docks. A port city. That is what this is. Staying very close to the edge. Shell filling station here. Petrol station, diesel station. So I could fill up there. Put some V-power into the... Yeah, just put some V-power in here. Right, turning off here. So how will this work? Let's find out, shall we? Something's wrong with the modelling on that. Up over the curb. This has been a longer video than I thought it would be. In fact, we're still going, but I'm going to release it as a single video anyway. So I had this all planned out, thinking, oh, it's only going to be a 35-minute video. It isn't going to be too long. I can talk about this for X number of time, X amount of time, and I can then move on, and we'll be parking and all of that kind of stuff. But everything has taken far longer. In fact, it looks like it's still going to be, what, another 5 minutes? So this new traffic mod appears to have helped in places, but I'm not entirely certain this has helped everywhere. Blast, missed that one too. Should change very quickly. Right, back to doing a biting point test. Oh yeah, I can just about hold the biting point. which I have to say is easier said than done in easier said than done with a clutch pedal that isn't really, well, a clutch. It's just more of a switch. Thank you. You indicate. So this okay. That was actually the road. How strange. I mean, I have seen things like that in the UK before, so this isn't perhaps as strange as I've just made it out to be. What have I hit? Hang on, what did I hit? What hit what? Did something hit the edge of the... Don't think it did. Maybe it just touched it, I have no idea. Where am I going? Train line. Am I going over this? I appear to be going over this. I have no idea where I am, but I'm just going to continue in this direction. I'm in a goods yard. Yes, I'm in a goods yard. And do I keep going? There it is. That's where I've got to park. Okay. This is interesting. This is a very, very interesting drop off. Turn green. There we go. Okay, we are done. Excellent. Engine off. Ignition off. I suppose hazard. I don't know why I switched the hazards on. And release the trailer. And there we go. A 1 hour video, which was not what I was expecting to do, but we have gone ahead and done that. What is available from this area? Quite a lot. That could be possible for the next video, right? I might do the next video and just do that one and see, is there anything a little bit shorter perhaps? No, obviously that isn't shorter. I don't know why I thought that was. Let me just have a look at the freight market in general. Is there anything over here that... Is this the only place in Duisburg? Really? Surely not. No, it's only showing me that one. So I do need to escape out of that and then go to the freight market. Okay, what do we have? That is almost as long. That is almost as long, but is extremely, extremely valuable. Could I do that one? What does it say? Fragile cargo, ADR class 6, important delivery, articulated trailer. I could do that, or I could take some Lego. Vaccinations or Lego. That's my choice. I think I really should be taking a Lego truck, but the offer is going to expire pretty quickly. I need to check how far away am I from this place. I'm not going to get there in time. So there we go. That has decided that's one for me. I'm not going to be able to get there in time for that. Is there any other Lego that I can take? No, there isn't. Okay, so I guess it's going to be an important, fragile, dangerous, articulated medical journey or medical run in the next video. I might do this over 2 videos actually. Probably do a stop in Hamburg. Yes, I'll probably do a stop in Hamburg for that one. So for now, that is all from me. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, any suggestions you might have. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we will be taking, as I said, or starting off the journey for an important, dangerous, fragile, doubly articulated medical trailer. Did I even say that correctly? I have no idea. I'll see you next time.